Let's look at example number 4 now. Here's our input file. The strings with the green check mark on the left are the strings that I want to select. The strings with the red cross mark on the left are the strings that I want to exclude. All strings start with foo and end in bar with something in between. Let's look out for patterns which make the green ones differ from the red ones. All the green ones have spaces in between the foo and the bar. The red ones have some character other than a space in between the foo and the bar. The first green one has 3 white spaces in between. The second green one has 1 white space in between. The third green one has 6 white spaces in between. The fourth and final green one does not have any white spaces. So we can say 0 white spaces between foo and bar. Now that we have made our observations, let's move to the next step. We have picked the 4 green ones alone and written them out in a separate list here. We have a pair of imaginary dotted line vertical separators which divide each string into 3 different sections. The first section is foo, which is fixed and common to all strings. The last section is bar, which is again fixed and common to all strings. The middle section is the variable pattern. We have only spaces in the middle section. Spaces would not have been visible to you, so I have put in a text placeholder which calls out the number of spaces. So we have 3, 1, 6 and 0 white spaces. To represent this pattern, let's look at a new regex symbol, \s. \s represents a single white space. I'll stress on the word single. But in our example, we have varying number of white spaces. We have 3, 1, 6 and 0. So we'll combine \s with star. So what would that mean? It would mean 0 or more occurrences of white space. So \star could represent 3 white spaces, 1 white space, 6 white spaces, 0 white spaces, or any number of white spaces. Let's make use of this new regex symbol and use it in our final step. In our final step, we have to come up with a single regex pattern that can represent all the 4 green strings. So we will write foo first, then \s star, then bar. So our final regex pattern for example number 4 is ready. Let's try it out using a regex engine. Let's bring up our Linux terminal. First, let's see our input file. So cat input file name. There it is. Now grep the regex pattern in single quotes and then the input file name. There you go. Compare this list with what you saw in the graphic for this example. Only the green ones should have got matched. So that's it for this session. Let's move on to the next one.